Hey, good evening. It is here, the season debut of Friday Football Frenzy. Great night tonight. These are the Ben Davis cheerleaders. It's here. Friday Football Frenzy starts now!
Get ready. It's time for the action-packed excitement of Indiana high school football. From the Indy Channel, RTV6 Sports presents Friday Football Frenzy.
Indeed. Good evening. Welcome to the season debut of Friday Football Frenzy. And it is clear from covering these games tonight that high school football is as big as ever. Picked up where it left off last year. That includes our coverage on HTSN and the season debut of our MIC Game of the Week. 6A number 2 Warren Central at 4th-ranked Center Grove. A look here at our pregame show. Great to have the Center Grove cheerleaders with us. Student section was going nuts. To the highlights, and defense ruled the start. Joey Siderwitz here with the pass, picked by McKelty Williams, number 18, one of the top players in the state. 6-0 Trojans after a pair of field goals. Warren answers. Senior Jordan Leach, the perfect pass to Donnell Johnson, 23-yard touch. Another look here. Game knotted up at 6. The Trojans had a chance to win it in regulation. Nathaniel Snyder, who had hit a 35 and a 41-yard field goal earlier, misses on the 28-yarder. Really could have been the game winner. Instead, the quarter plays out. The game goes to overtime after a CG field goal. Warren takes over. McKelty Williams is back in there. Quarterback gets it in. Near side official calls it, and that's the final. Warren survives 12-9 in overtime. Center Grove at Whiteland next Friday. Warren hosts Cathedral. Wow. Well, Carmel was runner-up to Warren in last year's 6A state tournament, but the Greyhounds start this season ranked number 1. A big one early tonight here against HSE Hamilton Southeastern. Our Dave Marin has that, plus Fisher is making a trip to North Central.
Let's go! Let's go!
Both teams ready for the fight, but it was Hamilton Southeastern that knocks on the door first. Aaron Maddow from 2 yards out, 7-0 Royals.
Touchdown Royals.
Second quarter, Carmel Shakir Pascal, 11 yards. He keeps his feet going. Touchdown, and we're tied at 7.
Touchdown!
The Greyhounds would add another 7 later in the game. Then the Carmel D would step up, stopping HSE late. They'd go on to win 14-7. Over to North Central, the Panthers zone taking on the Fisher Tigers. Third quarter, Panthers trail 19-7 when Milton McLean takes it in for 6. Later in the fourth, Milton again. Panthers take the lead 20-19. But Fishers would come right back, scoring on the very next possession, and they'd go on to roll to a 32-20 win over North Central. Dave Marin, Friday Football Frenzy.
All right, we'll have North Central and HSE next week on HTSN. Not too many athletic directors would have predicted a nice dry night, certainly when we all woke up, the day began with all the rain, right? But guess what? We'll take it anyway, including our pilot, Tony Scott. It's week 1 of our Friday Football Frenzy Fly Lights.
Not only is it a new season, but a new camera. Skycam 6 with crystal clear pictures high above Southport High as they open with Ron Colley. By the way, they're crystal clear because our new camera is HD, which stands for high definition. Unless we're covering low-scoring games, in which we'll call it highly defensive. Speaking of which, it's just 6-0 in the second when Ron Colley gets it going. That's Andrew Mappis with a 16-yard gain. But 4 plays later, Southport preserving the first half shutout when William Griffin punches through with the strip sack. The Cardinals are back in business. Welcome to the red zone here in Southport. Look at these guys, huh? The student section in mid-season form. What a great bunch of fans, huh? These Southport fans, they're not so bad either. Southport goes for it on 4th and 1 when senior running back Cardell Tucker breaks free for a 56-yard touchdown. Cardinals win 27-13. Back to HD as we hover over BD. Ben Davis hosting 5A number 1 Cathedral. You know, when the day started, I thought we'd be dealing with Purple Rain, but instead we've got Purple Rain. They're up 30-10 at the break. Purple Rain, that's a song. You guys know the song, right? Yeah. How's it go? Purple Rain, Purple Rain. So it's Cathedral playing from behind. That's sophomore Joe Ahern with a 26-yard gain. But the drive stalls from there as the Giants put the D into BD. Max Bortenschlager's pass is tipped and then intercepted by Chaz Stringer. A few plays later, BD makes him pay. Kyle Kastner hits True Smith. True that. It's a 44-yard touchdown. It's a Giants start to the season. 44-19 the final as we say goodbye to the West Side in Week 1 of Friday Football Frenzy. Flyline.
Good stuff tonight. Thanks to our pilot, Tony Scott. The season will end with the state finals at Lucas Oil Stadium. Of course, 4 teams started there tonight. 4 games, 2 games, 4 teams, right? That's how it works, Dave. Brad Brown was cool inside. He's back with a recap of the Horseshoe Classic. Brad.
Yeah, I don't know what everybody's talking about all this heat and humidity, Dave. I'm not sure. 72 and fresh inside Lucas Oil Stadium. Several games for teams from all over the state in recent years there. Plenty of experience playing there among the schools in this year's Horseshoe Classic doubleheader. Let's start with Brebeuf, runner-up in 3A last year, taking on Chittard. Of course, the long history of state titles. Braves on the board. First quarter, Aaron Banks to Sam Snyder. Watch this, the one-man tip drill. Reeling it in, corner of the end zone, 7-0 Braves with a nice lead early. Another great play in the second quarter. Banks on the run, 3rd down and 17. Watch Adam Eifert slides in. He's safe, and it's a TD. 6 more on the board there, 14-3 Brebeuf at halftime. Chittard's defense, though, turned the game around in the second half. Banks looking for Levante Bellamy. This was called a lateral and a fumble, and there it goes the other way. Patrick Sawinski picks up the loose ball, runs it back for the score, 14-10. Here come the Trojans. They got over the hump later in the third. QB Brian Ball on the run, keeping it all the way, making it for the pylon. A little roll over and end zone touchdown. Trojans come away with a win, 17-14 the final. Hard fought performance from both teams in this one. Avon taking on Lawrence Central in the nightcap. Come the Orioles out of the tunnel, but the LC Bears big drive to start the game. Jared Dokes finishes it up with a TD run up the middle. This one started late. They're still going. We'll have a final for you later on the IndyChannel.com. Well, this is the first of 4 high school football days and nights at Lucas Oil this season. 4 games there next Saturday, Dave, including Plainfield, Danville, and Indian Creek taking on Greenwood.
Many thanks. Nice job. Showed you earlier in the newscast, Muncie Central's first game as a reconsolidated school taking on Pendleton Heights. Bearcats getting on the board first, but the Arabians, they come away with a 28-20 win, a 28-21 win tonight. John Broughton with the win to kick off his 39th season up there at Heights. Well, great to welcome Michael Grady to the RTV6 sports staff this weekend. Didn't waste any time. His first duty, a downtown doubleheader. And Grady joins us with more. Michael.
All right, thanks a lot, Dave. Fun night of action around the state. It was hot, but it didn't seem to bother the fans at Tech High School, and that's where we begin. Early second quarter here, Hornets QB, it is Chris Mundy. He's going to connect with Jared McGall on a 3rd down play. The drive would later stall as Tech would take firm control of this football game. Just before halftime, after a Howe turnover, as Titans QB Jimmy Gates with a touchdown pass to Aaron Green. Tech would go on to win 27-10. Now let's head to Beech Grove right now. Indianapolis Lutheran of Class Single A taking on the Hornets of 4A. And in the 4th quarter, here's Lutheran back Dylan Goddard with the touchdown run, yet you're not going to bring that big fella down. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling in the end zone. That put the Saints up 16. Desperation time for the Hornets to scramble, and long touchdown pass to Dylan Cooper. A 2-point conversion would cut Lutheran's lead to 8, but that's as close as Beech Grove would get. The Saints would win 36-28. Dave, back to you.
A bunch of good stuff tonight, and a reminder, scores and highlights, they are always available 24/7 on our website at theindychannel.com. Week 1.